The Yamaha DX7. Notoriously hated, undeservedly pigeonholed. Today I'm going to show you why this synth is used all the time in my studio. I love this thing. It's flexible, it's so usable. I'm going to show you how to connect this up in your modern studio, get MIDI going to it, and then how to use it. Get good sounds that aren't electric piano sounds. That's not what we're doing with this thing. There's so much more. The DX7 steps right in. It hangs with the old boys, the big dogs, the 2600, the Minimoog, the Odyssey. The DX7 is right there with them, dude. So come on, let's have a look. I'm Andy. This is Tactile Audio. Let's go. All right, let's get a little beat happening back here. This is the 707. So yeah, let's bring that down a bit so that we can have a little chat about the DX7. Now, I do encourage you, go and check out the videos. There's a lot of videos about the history of this synth. It's cool history, dude. Like, seriously, the history, how this thing came to be, it's cool. I'm not gonna get into any of it here, but it's cool. You should go watch it. It's gonna add to why you want this, why you would want one of these, like the vibes, what you get when you turn this on and you're gonna play some things. Like, it's just not, it's not the same, you know. Like, so we're in this world where we've all had the same sounds forever and ever, and so that's why I've been like picking up all these old synths that nobody wants anymore, because they're full of sounds that, good or bad, they're sounds, and you can make any sound into something cool. Like, you kind of can. So that's what we're doing with the DX7. Now, before you can do any of that kind of stuff, you got to actually set this thing up to be able to talk to your computer, you know? So, I mean, like, you've got a normal audio out, and this is going to come into your DAW, you know, like any other audio thing. And so we got a 1/4-inch line. It's mono out of the back, but it still sounds great, of course. And let's jump over. We'll have a look here. The as I bump the camera with my knee because I'm 6'4", I'm clumsy. Get over it. The MIDI cable back here too. So we have a MIDI in coming from, you know, from the MIDI timepiece back here. My MIDI interface, whatever your MIDI interface is, plug that in. And so there's a couple of things you want to set up and make sure that this thing is has the internal memory protect turned off, and also over in like the system data thing, like that's able to receive data, and then it's on MIDI channel 1. If all those things are set, you're gonna be rocking. So let's have a look at them. Over here on the DX7, this isn't like a tutorial of how to use this thing. We're just doing some basic stuff here. You got these buttons. The green ones are your bank select, basically. So if I hit this one, I'm on the internal bank. If I hit this one, I'm on my cartridge, you know, the little card, which is cool because I got one that came with this thing. So the green buttons, there's 32 of them, 16 on top, 16 on bottom, and those are how you kind of do everything, whether it's choosing a preset or a function or like whatever. This is how it all happens. And we have this tiny screen, and you know, like the fact that we have this tiny screen, this is why this thing is like so hated, because people like went immediately from the 2600s and Minimoogs, and they went to this and they're like, I can't mess with anything. How do I, like, where's the, and you kind of can, but it's like, you know, bus prob, you got to press all these buttons, and they print out the algorithms up here on the thing, because I don't know, I guess that's going to be useful to somebody. It looks cool. But this is why this thing never like hit big. It hit big with the electric piano. Anybody that wanted like those kind of sounds all day long, but the rest, not so much. Now, fast forward to today and compare this to like an Arturia Minifreak. Okay, I had one of these synths for like a couple of years, and I got rid of it not long ago. And I got rid of it because I just never really like used it. Like I did it first. You play this thing, but you realize it hooks up to its plug-in itself like really well, and you end up just kind of using the plugin. And you're like, why do I have this keyboard taking up space on a synth rack? And with these tiny toy keys, that's, I don't know, like, they're not like these, you know? This thing has keys. Like, these are so awesome. One of my favorite key beds I've ever put my fingers on. So, but the thing about, you know, the Minifreaks and modern cool synths, they just have like things like arpeggiators built into them, and you know, all the bit crushing and distortion and different things. Well, with the DX7, with the MIDI hooked up, we can run from Ableton over here. Let me hit this channel, turn on the arpeggiator, turn on the channel, like that's pretty sick. And all of a sudden we're getting arpeggiated. If we turn off some of this other stuff here, now you see what I mean. And so obviously the stuff that I had on was like making it cool. There's like a Valhalla on there. There's a Murder Melodies. And I'm going to show you that stuff in a second, right after we go through this. But the point is that, you know, what makes the newer synths cool are a bunch of effects that are kind of not done that well in them in the first place, and a bunch of presets. But we don't need that. We can just do this stuff instead. So here's what we have to do to set this thing up. The first thing you're going to go to memory protect. It's right up here. Hit internal. It's going to say internal on. We don't want that. So we have a yes button and a no button over here, and it's off and on too. So we're going to hit off. Boom. Now we got that thing off. Now that's good to go. Now hit function. So we got brown functions and like purple. I don't know if they're purple, but the brown are listed in brown, purple, and purple. How about that? So we're on function 1 right now, master, tune, adjust. We need to be on function 8. And so the first page is MIDI channel. If we want to change that, we can, you know, do that or use the little slider, but we want that to be on 1. Hit 8 again and sys info. This is what we want. It says unavailable. Hit yes, we want that to be on available. Those are the things we need to do. So, and that's all. Now this thing is ready to get data dumps, you know, from my computer. So that's another cool thing about the DX7. You've got an internal bank and your cartridge bank. Well, we just made it so that we can overwrite the internal bank. Well, why would we want to do that? Well, it's only 32 sounds. And, you know, they sent these things out, or you could buy after the fact, like these external little cards. Let me show you what the card looks like. So this little cartridge just plugs in over here on the right side, gives you 32 more sounds. Well, good for us, or lucky for us, the internet exists, and all of those little ROMs are available, and I have them all back here. And I'm going to show you how we send them right over to the DX7 and change all of our sounds. So if we go to internal, first patch is DX1 lead, so low, and so forth, analog. Have the music turned down. So let's change the internal sounds that we're hearing. How about it? Okay, Andy. Let's hide some of these plugins real quick that are in our way. So what we want to do, let's flip over to here. You want to use this little program called SysEx Librarian, right? This little guy here. And so there's nothing to it at all. All you do is set your output port from a list of your MIDI output ports. Yay. And then you've downloaded and pointed this thing to your folder of all your SysEx files. So you can see we've got a couple of analog, Rhodes, some Super DX stuff, and then all the ROMs, the factory ROMs that came with it are like all these. So all we have to do to get one over there is to do like hit it and then hit play. Now let's stop that playing because we're about to send some MIDI. Hit that, we see it's sending message. And if we look back over here on the DX7, we see MIDI received. So that means we've got a whole new set of patches to play with. Go to our internal, hit number 1. Ooh, bad profit. That sounds fun. And so, yeah, all these sounds will be new. So it was that easy. Like, you get a whole new set of sounds over to this bad boy, just lickety-split, and you're ready to go. So super flexible, super easy, and super vibey. This is a DX7. This is 1983, right? This is the same physical thing. Like, somebody played this thing in 1983 and was so jazzed about it. Like, it's just, you don't get that from a Minifreak, like, or any other synth manufactured in the past couple of years, you know, like, it's just not the same. So anyways, let's make some sounds happen. So what we'll do is fire up this 707 once more. We'll go over here and have a look at, so what we're going to do on our DX7 audio channel, I'll show you everything that I have going on. So we have a virtual mix rack. There's nothing going on here. Boosting signal a little bit because it's an old, you know, it's an old synth. All the old devices and synths that I have coming in here need a little boosting. A little bit of gate. We're going through our Neve console model. The LA2A is usually on everything, and a little bit of gain boost, no compression really. And that's what's in our mix rack. We always have, this is my normal synth board, kind of, so we have a little bit of delay coming through there. I have that tiny bit of delay coming through on everything, pretty much. Now, then here's where we can make things interesting. So let's stop that beat. First up, murder melodies, right? This will be a little bit easier to hear before we put the huge reverbs on. So we'll go over here. Like, I don't have to turn around. Like, turn around to hit a key. All we have to do is go to the MIDI channel. So that's our sound. If we turn murder melodies on, which I didn't turn it on. You got to do it down here in Ableton. So we'll throw some reverse on it, some echo. We're already getting that much cooler. We can just put some distortion on it, saturation. It's a bit much. Right? Totally cool. And then we can also throw on the Valhalla Supermassive. This is a free plugin. So hold. Put you in a nice space, right? Let's get like a little 2600 going on up in there. mean, just listen to how good that fits in there. Turn that hold off. Let's pick a new sound. We'll just like randomly hit something. Not going to hear much out of a clav or a piccolo, Andy. Oh, that's interesting. Let's hear that with a big reverb. Now, I'm mostly always doing like stuff that's top end, stuff up on the top, because bass is going to be covered by other stuff. Let's drop some bass in from the Korg M1. How about it? Ready? 2, 3, 4. Oh, we didn't get our M1. Alright, let's add a little M1. You ready? Ooh, dog. Now let's like do some stuff to it. Turn that stuff back on over here. Give us our murder melodies back. That's all there is to it. Like how fun and cool is that? That's the DX7. You can run all your ARP stuff to it. You can control it from other keyboards. I mean, you got really all the options here with the DX7. So, you know, that's just a little fast look at how cool I think the DX7, how cool I think it is, and, you know, how I think it fits into the modern studio, how I'm fitting it in. So, thanks for sticking around. I'm Andy. This is Tactile Audio. Let's roll out. I'm gonna go play some music. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.